Welcome to today's edition of the Exploring Mining podcast, featuring stock news from TSX, TSXV, CSE, ASX, NASDAQ, and New York Stock Exchange mining companies, plus interviews with CEOs and leading experts. Hey folks, Sam Mowers here, back with another episode of the Exploring Mining podcast. For news today, we have the latest from Newmont Gold Corp, ArcelorMittal, IAM Gold Corporation, Anglo Gold Ashanti Limited, and Zonti Metals Inc. So Gold Corp, this wholly owned subsidiary of Newmont Gold Corp Corporation, which itself trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol NEM, has disposed of 3,478,261 common shares and 3,478,261 common shares purchase warrants of Origin Gold Corporation for aggregate consideration of $177,391.31 on the TSX Venture Exchange. The press release reads, quote, "Prior to the disposition, Gold Corp beneficially owned or exercised control or direction over 3,478,261 common shares and the same amount of warrants, representing approximately 6.7% of issued and outstanding common shares, or approximately 12.6% of issued and outstanding common shares, assuming exercise of the warrants held by Gold Corp. Following the completion of the disposition, Gold Corp will own, and Newmont Gold Corp will beneficially own, no common shares and no warrants." End quote. ArcelorMittal, which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol MT, has signed a share purchase agreement with Drylog Limited for the sale of a 50% stake in Global Chartering Limited, or GCL, its wholly owned shipping business, and will subsequently form a 50-50 shipping joint venture with Drylog. According to the press release, quote, "The joint venture will benefit from the combination of the two businesses' respective knowledge and expertise and ArcelorMittal's extensive annual cargo commitments, a portion of which will be handled exclusively by the JV. It will also benefit from Drylog's ability to optimize transport solutions and its technical and commercial vessel management expertise. These factors will enable the joint venture to grow its operations and become a significant player in the international shipping industry." End quote. IAM Gold Corporation, which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol IAG, along with its joint venture partner Anglo Gold Ashanti Limited, also trading on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol AU, has entered into an agreement to sell its collective interests in Société d'Exploitation des Mines d'Or de Sadiola S.A., forgive my pronunciation, also known as CMOS, S-E-M-O-S, to Allied Gold Corp. According to the press release, AGA and IAM Gold each hold a 41% interest in CMOS, with the remaining 18% interest held by the government of Mali. Gord Stothart, the president and COO of IAM Gold, commented, quote, "This transaction reflects our continuing efforts towards self-funding and focused capital allocation. The Sadiola mine was the founding asset of IAM Gold, and we are pleased to have reached this agreement with Allied Gold to secure its long-term future." End quote. And Zonti Metals Inc., which trades on the TSXV under the ticker symbol ZON or ZON, has completed a $1.25 million financing consisting of 4,166,667 flow-through shares at a price of 30 cents for total proceeds of $1,250,000, which is subject to TSX Venture Exchange approval. According to the press release, the company intends to use the net proceeds of the offering for exploration at the Cross Hills Iron Oxide copper-gold property in Newfoundland and Labrador. The current drill program will extend through the winter, and additional exploration over yet unexplored areas will be completed. End quote. Well, that does it for today's Exploring Mining podcast. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, please contact InvestorIdeas.com. InvestorIdeas.com reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. All investment involves risk, and this podcast is not meant to be an endorsement to buy or sell securities or products. To hear more podcasts, you can go to investorideas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, iHeart.com, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker, and SoundCloud.